Going on, Bigfoot world? We were sitting here conversating, going through a couple bottles of these, and on bottle number 2, I felt like I was missing somebody, and I couldn't figure out what I was missing. So while starting on this second bottle, I was, you know what? I'm missing Bigfoot world. So I gotta have a drink with you guys. I don't really drink, just on special occasions. Happy New Year's, everybody. This past year was one of the hardest years that my team had to go through, and we went through some shit. But we was together today. We had some plans. We talked about the good times and the hard times and the times that we're about to have. And guys, we got some plans coming up. If I could get this open, I'll have a drink with y'all. We definitely gonna have lots of fun this year, guys. I'm gonna have 2 channels going at the same time. So actually, it wasn't a bad year because I got you guys. You guys been supporting me this whole year. No matter how hard it got, you guys were still there. No matter how stupid we got, you guys still there, backed us up. So I definitely gotta come on with you guys and have a drink if I can get this damn thing open. As you can see, I'm drinking some of the guys would call it females drink, but hey, I don't drink. Happy New Year, Derek. Harold. What's wrong with my eyes? This is my second bottle. But like I said, I kept saying I'm missing something. I don't know what it is, but I'm missing something. I got to get you guys in on it. We got to have a drink. We're going to have a drink together, guys. Bring in this New Year's. Because it's going to be a crazy New Year's. It might even be crazier tonight if this bottle don't open. But Vera, it's good to see everybody. Everybody's on here. That means nobody's getting in trouble. Everybody's on here with me. We're staying at home. Man, open this. It takes a female to open a female drink. You guys know how that is. But second bottle in, guys. I knew I was missing somebody. I had to bring you guys in real quick. See how everybody's doing for the New Year's. Tell everybody our plans for this year. Have you had one drink too many? Not yet. Not yet, Amy, but probably. Probably by the time I get done with this live stream, I might be sleeping. Oh, you can't get it either? See?
Your man arms.
I'll get it, guys. I'll get it. Happy New Year, Pam, Tracy.
Oh, Tracy's
Harold.
anniversary.
It's your 13th anniversary. That's what's up. We're gonna have a. I'll have 2 drinks to that, Tracy. I'll have 2 drinks to that one. I got it. Right. This is the best way to be at home with your girlfriend, trying to get drunk on. I can't say what this is because they demonetized me. It doesn't matter what it is. Just as long as we drinking together. That's all that matters. And guys know that I don't drink whatsoever. So it's it to you guys. She ain't in it. She ain't gonna be out there this year. It's gonna be too crazy and too reckless this year for her to be out there in them woods. We're gonna be going in the holes. Money Mike. Now, Money Mike ain't gonna be in on it either. Money Mike's probably. I seen him on live stream earlier on Facebook. So he's probably opening a couple things himself. I see. But it is good to see you guys on New Year's. They say who you want to be around for the following year, you got to be with them on New Year's. So I had to come live and get on here with you guys and act a damn fool. Let me turn this around before they've been on there too long. The bottle. I know, my fault.
Stick it down.
Sorry, guys. But Happy New Year's to everybody. How's everybody's New Year's going? Everybody staying at home, being safe. I know I was thinking about going down to the corner bar and having a couple, but this is the safest route right here. I don't drink. If I go to the bar, I'll just get in trouble. So I'm right here. But guys, there's a video coming up I want to talk to you guys about. Scott Malika sent me. He sent me probably to about 4 o'clock in the morning. Still shots. He sent me like 5 second clips of different videos from my last four videos. Man, it's this next video coming up, guys. Scott Malika, he did a lot of, and it turns out I was closer than I thought to the female and to the babies. And you guys, I seen you guys was commenting. You seen them too. You was commenting timestamps, but Scott, he pretty much went all out. He got some clear shots. He stabilized them pretty good. Now I pretty much just gotta quit drinking and do the editing on it. Cheers, Jeff.
Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia. We can party all the way around the world right here in the comfort of our couch. The World Wide Web. You gotta love it. But guys, it's been the more I look at it, I kept saying today I was saying I was talking to the guys to the team, and I was saying that this was a bad year. This year we took a lot of beat downs. Fred got possessed. He give up his house. He lived with his mom. He was on the street for a while. He got locked up. You guys had to bail him out. I mean, we had a rocky road, but at the same time, now that I look back on it, we made a lot of progress. We found that's what's up, Harold. That's probably the safest way to go, drinking water for the New Year. But what was I saying before, Harold?
Always having a rough year with everything.
Yeah,
it ain't that bad because you got to think.
Oh yeah, but you guys, man, and all the evidence that we done produced already, the pictures that we have on Facebook alone is pretty short, pretty clear. I mean, there's a lot of evidence that we've obtained this year in 2018. So now that with what we know and the equipment that we have, in 2019 is gonna be that much more crazier because now the Bigfoot are getting used to us. They're coming around to us. Instead of them pushing off, they're sitting there waiting for us to come in. It's like they're welcoming us. They're welcoming us in to their clan, and I think this year is going to be pretty crazy. As you can tell, I'm only on my second bottle, and I'm already slurring my words. But definitely, Mary. Mary, I seen your comment. Don't think I didn't see your comment, and I'm sorry to hear about that. This year got to get better for you. It's gonna get better for all of us, because it ain't just me down and out on our luck. It's all of us. It seems like everybody's taking their punches and at their own speed. So this year's only gonna be better. This year's only gonna get better. Drinking. I only show you, Kim. No one else can look. You see that, Kim? All right. No one else can see that. Yeah, we're gonna give Bigfoot a lot, but well, that's what I was talking about. Fred was here a little bit ago, and we was talking about the cave situation and why they're sealing everything up. and what we're going to do about it, because that's pretty much was our main thing, going in the caves and seeing where their house is, what they're doing underground as well above ground. But I got haters that's been following me around and sealing every cave up that I go to. So we got a little plan that the plans that I came up with, it kind of got its ups and downs, because I was planning on when we go out there and not tell anybody, just and leave our phones at home. But then if something would happen, then we would have no way to contact anybody. But if we turn our phones off, they can still track us. So it's like, damn, what do we do? So we're trying to figure out some kind of a plan to where we can get out there and do what we want to do and film for a few hours, like under the radar. And let me share that real quick, without being tracked and without them sealing up the last couple of caves that are out there and remaining, because it seemed like everywhere we go, they pretty much follow me in and either put ribbons up or they seal the cave up, or they're doing something to show that they got the upper hand pretty much. Take batteries out of the phone. That's a good idea,
Yeah.
but can they still track that? Is there a backup battery in them phones? See, there's a lot that I don't really know about the phones on that. But we've been talking about it and we've been planning, and it seemed like our best bet is to pretty much get dropped off at a certain spot and tell the designated person that's picking us up and dropping us off to be there at a certain time, and then we would just have to be out there. We would just have to be in there from so many hours and without any form of communication with anybody or any way to call anybody. So that's about the best plan that we came up with, for just to shake them people off of us messing Bigfoot world up. At the same time, I'm trying to document them and protect them at the same time. So TJ, Happy New Year, man. Hey, that's the best way to do. Just stay at home and drink and just think about the year, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, what you want to find out about these things. And I'm still, my mind's still blank, because I've been doing this like almost 5 years now, and I feel like I'm still at day one when it comes to the Bigfoot. I don't know jack shit about them, but I feel like I know a lot about them. At the same time, the more you go out there, the less you really know. But I'm not going to sit here and ramble, guys. How's you guys' New Year's? Everybody having a good New Year's? This is the last day of the worst year in history. Man, I'm that shit. Real happy. It could only it. I know the saying, when people say it can't get no worse, and when you say it can't get no worse, it usually does. So I'm not gonna put that on the table, but it's gonna be all right from here on out. I think we got Fred got a car now, so he'll be able to get back out in the woods with me. That's a plus. We got equipment in there. You guys helped us out with that deer cam. I got batteries. The only thing I'm really short is a couple strong lights, but I'll get them this month. Lights really ain't that much. I'll get them. I'm going to start heading out in the woods in January with my metal detector. Harold, you never know what you find out in the woods, especially if it's a place where like there was civil wars going on and shit. Around here, this area is nothing but history, hundreds and hundreds of years of history. Nate, man, that's what I've been talking about, and that's pretty much why I'm drinking this year. Last year, I don't think I even drank, but it's been one of them years to where it's been overwhelming, and I just had to take a break. But I was drinking a bottle of this and thinking I'm missing something. I definitely I'm missing something. My friends came. I'm nobody know BSing, and I still felt like I was missing something. So I said, I'm missing Bigfoot world. So now, guys, I ain't missing shit. You guys are here with me in the new year, and I'm gonna get tore up on live YouTube. Just don't tell my mom about it on Friday Night Live. she be bad about that shit. She probably watching. I quit drinking 8 years ago. Smiley, I don't even drink. I don't even know what I'm doing today. Visualizing good and prosperity will come. Kim, that's words of wisdom right there. That's word to the wise. I meant the wise talking. But you're right about that. You gotta think positive, and positive things will happen. We plan. We said me and Fred said here plan for a couple hours today. What we want to do with the second channel on the paranormal world, on this channel, what we're going to do with the Bigfoot world. I talked to him about Sheila's world on how we want to do that. I mean, there's a lot of good things coming up that we got going for this year just to start January off. So I can only imagine how the rest of the year is going. We're going out there with James Spoon here in the end of spring, beginning of summer. We're going out to Colorado and spend some time with James. Hopefully hook up with Colorado Bigfoot, old Mark. He gotta see what he's doing. Sheila doing pretty good. I talked to her yesterday. I try. I'm trying to talk. She's kind of camera shy, but I figured a way to where we can both. On Friday Night Live, she's going to be on live with me. I think so. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be able to get her on live with me. Jeffrey, my son, showed me how I can like Skype her onto this video, and then you guys can view us both at the same time, and then you can hear her story. And then my next trip would be going to Sheila's world because when we was out there the last time, she pretty much gave us the layout of where she lived, her all that, so she can pretty much tell you guys the story of her life and how she pretty much grew up with the Bigfoot, and we'll go from there. Then after that, we'll take off and we'll go out to her grounds and Sheila's world. I can't wait to go to Sheila's world. That place is amazing. You guys, it's gonna blow your mind. The next expedition is coming up. Oh, you mean overnight expedition, or you just mean going out? I'm probably going out real soon. I've been planning on something like by myself, some covert type shit, but I got to get some more lights. So in the next couple of days, you guys are going to be seeing. Well, this next video is coming from Scott Malika. He did a pretty good job with this next set of pictures and probably about like 5-second clips of Bigfoot moving, how close I was to him, me walking up to him, walking past him, and them popping out on me. I mean, there's probably about 96 pictures that I gotta edit through and turn them into a video. So that'll be the next video coming up, and then but hopefully that'll be up before Friday, so we can do Friday Night Live with Sheila, and then jump into Sheila's world, and then take off with the new year. Whatever happens after that, guys, it happens, and I just have to do it and then share you guys because every time I tell you guys what I'm going to do, either it don't go through or somebody screws it up for me. So I'm going to start doing the shit and then putting it up, and then you can tell me how much I screwed up after I done did it, pretty much. But Smiley, Happy New Year, Pamela. I think when it comes to the Bigfoot world, Mike and Jeff are pretty much done with it. I think they're burned out with it. But when it comes to the paranormal, stuff, the ghost stuff, and going to the haunted attractions, they're ready. They're pretty much ready for that. They seem more interested into it. It's like their generation. They want that adrenaline rush. So when it comes to the second channel, Jeff's Real World, it's going to be real interesting because when Jeff and Mike, even myself, you see how I get with spiders and bats and shit. Could you imagine me going out to some haunted place, walking around with some damn ghosts? You never know what they're going to jump out on you. Shit, I might run through Fred, not alone around him. But it's gonna be a good year, guys. We got some shit planned that it it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be a good year. I'm real happy about it. Actually, I'm happy that I got to talk to Fred about it. He got a vehicle. He's getting on his feet. Everything's up and up. I mean, everything looking good. Everything looking real good. And Mary, I'm gonna pray for you though. I definitely seen. I got your message. I didn't get a chance to message you back because I was getting ready to go live, and I'm sorry to hear about that. I'll message you later after this live stream. But for now, Mary, keep your head up. Keep your head up. And if you don't drink tonight, probably be a good night to drink one. Cause I know I ain't. My second one in, my second bottle. I know it's a female wine, but I don't drink. You guys will learn that about me. I don't drink at all. Yeah, Lord, you're a little bit lot late. You're gonna have to rewind the tape and come back and watch me on a little bit earlier. Can't let can't hit the like button till after the chat. That's cool, Smiley. Yeah, cause I might jack and you never know. You got to wait till it's over to hit that like button or the dislike button. It don't matter. Hit one of them buttons because YouTube, that's just the way YouTube works. Don't be like you no more. Oh, Jeff don't like me no more. That's not true, Julie. You just don't talk to me no more. You try to talk about Bigfoot and you don't want to go Bigfoot no more. A lot of attention, Gary. I see. Moderators need to go to work on Gary. Mary. That rhymes. I love you guys. You moderators are great. Make Mr. Gary disappear for me. But the rest of you guys, Pamela said hi, Carrie.
Oh, hi.
I've been screaming at you. Julie, I'm sorry. I see you on there. Julie, you've been on there from day one. You've been even from the first channel, you've been there. So I see you on there. Lori, I'm tore up. Man, I'm tore up. I shouldn't even be on live. It might be interesting. But you guys got any other ideas for us this year? What should we should try out? What we should do? No, it's not Easter, Mark. Oh, Tracy. Mark White. Is it Easter there? I missed something.
I don't know. They're talking to each other.
They ignore me because I'm drunk.
You're not drunk. Gary's going to have to go home.
Okay, Gary, you have a good one. Well, I've been waiting for you to go Bigfoot hunting. I'm Julie. And Bobby Joe, for that matter. Weldon. There have been so many people say they're going to hit the woods with me, and I'm still going by myself. Fred will be coming out. We probably heard Sunday he's going out with me. So you guys will be seeing Fred again out there in the mix. Found out why the cave is hot. That's on my list. That's number one. That's number one. That's I can't tell you about that one, but stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. I will find out why that cave is hot, and that's the first number one thing on my list. Stay tuned. Jeff got his balls. Okay, Lori, I see you.
I think they do live underground.
They definitely. That's the only thing I did figure out about them guys. They do live. They live in the rocks, in between the rocks. They definitely live underground. They have day watchers. I know that for a fact, and I think they change shifts. The day watchers go in during the night, and then the night dwellers come up, feed and hunt. And I think they roll like that, but they're definitely underground
That's a good idea.
without a doubt. I do have a thermometer, TM, and I am going to take that with me, and that's the first thing on my list. That's going to be a mission by myself because I don't want to get nobody else in trouble. If anybody going to be in trouble, it's going to be on me. But that's going to be the first thing I check out. Is it's been on my mind that cave since I was a kid. It's always been like
I remember when it was covered
50
in ice.
degrees, and when it's 90 degrees outside, it's 50, 55 underground all year long. And then the time that they seal it up, it's going to jump to 90, 95 degrees. That don't even make sense. So that's definitely on my mind. It's either like something geologically that's fucked up, or they did something. They opened up the air vent to something else or something. But I'm gonna find out. I'm definitely gonna find out. Is Julie up there laughing? Gotta be more caves or something. Yeah, there is. There's a place called Hog Rocks. That's on the list. I want to show you guys. I never even guys. I rode past this place 1,000 times, and my uncle he showed it to me when we was quad riding. I ain't even gonna talk about it, but I'm gonna. It's coming up. It's look for the video coming up called Hog Rocks. That's gonna be a great video. It's a beautiful place. It's fascinating. I didn't know there was a place like this. I will tell you something about it because it's just that fascinating, and I'm pretty much tipsy. But there's this cave. When you go through this cave, you go through this cave about 50 to 100 feet, and once you go through it, it opens up to like a whole nother forest. It's weird. It's weird as shit. It's like this place is awesome. I never been to nothing like this. I never seen nothing like this. You got to go through a cave to get to another part of a forest that opens up, and it's kind of surrounded by this big ass rock face, and it's called Hog Rocks. Because I guess back in the 17, 1800s, they used to hurdle the wild hogs or chase them in there or whatever, and that's how they trapped them in there. Because once they get in through the cave, they're trapped on the other end or some shit. He was telling me I gotta really look up the real history of it. That's just like somebody, my elders passing the story on down to me.
Urban legend.
Yeah, but it's a place that you guys gotta see. That's coming up this very soon. If not this week, definitely next week. Because that place, you guys gotta see that place. That place blew my mind when I couldn't believe that I passed it up 1,000 times just riding my quad. And then just one day he stopped and says, check this out. It's kind of camouflage because you got to walk down over this bank and then you walk into the cave about 100 feet back. The cave turns into another forest. There's like another forest that's entrapped in with this big, gigantic rock face. And anything could be living in there. It's fascinating. Nobody really goes there because they just pass it up. Nobody knows it's in there. So that's one of the places it's on my list. That's going to be crazy. Mary, you trying to get Jeff up? I see you, bad boy.
That sounds cool.
It is. It's a cool place. That's just one of many new places that I'm going to check out. I already told you guys about the different forests that we're going to check out, go to. There's this one particular forest that I want to show you guys. That it's like a 10-mile stretch of straight road, and there's forest on both sides of the road. But on the left side of the forest, on the left side of the road, as we're riding out, I noticed like there might be a mile of state game land, and then all of a sudden it'll turn into a whole mile of like all posted private property reserve, and then like the very next mile. But in that reserve, you'll see it all structured up with X's, liens, different Bigfoot structures all through that, the reserve part, and then a mile past that, it'll be like all state game land, but you won't see too many structures in through it. And then a mile later, I'm gonna try to get my uncle to just ride down that road just to give you guys an idea of how they're like Bigfoot controlling these things. They're letting them have it, calling it reserve land, and section it off. Why wouldn't they just section it off 5 miles, say this is all state game land, and the next 5 miles all reserved instead of a mile state game land, a mile reserve, mile state game land, mile reserve. They're only reserving the place that's structured up, it seemed like. And I want to film that and document that because that's proof in itself right there alone. But let me get caught up on you guys. I've been rambling. Let me check you guys' comments out real quick. She said wire cutters. No, there's no way on that cave. If you're talking about wire cutters on that cave, they're built. They're built to last. The way they sealed that cave up, the top of that cave, and I was talking to one of you guys. I'm not sure who I was talking to. Work on like the cell phone towers and radio, and they said we was messaging each other back and forth, and they said that they used to have problems with the Bigfoot coming up, folding them up, bending them up like they was aluminum foil. So now they use like a L beam, and then they'll take another piece of an L shape and put it and make it like a triangle to reinforce the steel. And they did that to every piece of fucking steel they put across there. Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. Catfish Hunter Miller. But yeah, that's just some of the plans I'm on here to talk to you guys about. Just some of the things that me and Fred about today, and some of the plans that we're getting ready to. He got his car going so he can be able to get here. My car is still blowed up, so I'm working on getting another one. That'll come soon. Things up and up. This year looking like a winner. I actually can't wait myself just on a couple of these expeditions that we got planned, not alone for this channel, not alone for the real world, because we plan on going. She wants to go to the insane asylum in West Virginia for the real world channel and spend the night in the insane asylum out there. That's going to be crazy. We got plans for Gettysburg, spending the night in Gettysburg this spring coming up. There's a lot coming up.
The real Betty Knox.
Betty Knox. I already told you guys about Betty Knox. That place, I already had some experiences with Betty Knox. Me and Fred and Mike and Jeff.
I heard the chains.
The overnight challenges we had down in the ravine. That's part of Betty Knox, and her story is very. It's going to be interesting. I don't even want to talk about it until after I done did it. After I done spent the night down in there, you guys are just going to have to look up the story of Betty Knox, and that's pretty much the area where the ravine, the maze, and all that is. It's very well haunted.
Yeah.
We've heard like record player music through the night. Me and Mike woke me up through the night, shaking me, Dad, listen. And there'd be record player music
like
just echoing through the forest. them old wind up record players, you can't even you don't hear music like that
No.
anymore. And for it to just start echoing
Yep.
through the forest like that,
Betty Knox.
it's yeah, Betty Knox story. It's crazy. But the it's probably it'd be easier to just look up the story of Betty Knox. They tried to find her, they could never find her. She came up missing in them woods, but she used to walk with an ox from one from point A to point B. They found her ox in the place that they already was searching for like they searched it again and came across the ox tied to a tree, but they never found Betty Knox. Still to this day, they never found Betty Knox in them woods.
Never
But
found her body.
if you walk on the dirt road down below on Betty Knox Road, it's even called Betty Knox Road. If you walk on her road, you'll hear her dad hollering for her. They say you can hear her dad through the night screaming for Betty, hollering Betty, and the chains rattling from the ox. So we're gonna go down there and spend the night with Mike and Fred on Betty Knox's main road, just to hear that man holler for Betty. Mike would probably beat my ass to go home, but I got to get something like that on film. That'd be gold on film. They would just hear that part, and then they're gonna go home and call me to tell me Happy New Year's. But they should be on here wishing me a Happy New Year. Smiley, hit the like button. That's what's up, man. Them chains. I heard the chains more than once. I heard them at least 15 times. But the most scariest time, me and Fred was sitting on the side of the ravine. We was looking down over across the other side, like scanning for anything over on the other side. And we was like shoulder to shoulder, just sitting beside each other, just talking about BS, and I forget what we was talking about. But we just sitting there looking out, and right in between us, like right dead behind us, the chain started rattling. And I was saying, like, my body was I was so scared. I was scared to look at Fred. I couldn't even look over at Fred because I felt like if I would look, it was going to hit me with the chains. So I was like, Fred, just did you hear that? Don't look, man. Just what do we do? Like it terrified me that much. It scared the shit out of me to hear them chains rattle. I still to this day don't know what's doing it. She thinks it's the chains that came off the ox, and Betty Knox is still walking with the chains from her ox. Just the thought of that scares the shit out of me, but it could be anything. Ask out of here. We are chime in. What's that?
I gave it to me. It's called this.
I don't want no more of that. I just got this and I'm sticking with this. You guys are trying to get me in trouble. Go away. I'm trying. Sorry, guys. She's trying to give me some other shit that I don't even know. Thanks to you guys and stuff. I like to sleep at night. Right, Kristen? But ever since that cave's like, you want to know more. It's like, it wasn't enough. It's like, it's hard to explain. It's addictive, I guess you could say. It's interesting at the most, especially when we went in there in that cave. Just the activity we got in that cave alone. I'd set the cave up facing on all of us at the campsite, and you'll see the camera just start shaking for no reason. You'll hear sounds moving all around the camera while we're up. You'll see us all up in the screen, and just so much going on with that camera that this when it comes to the paranormal world, it I can't explain for it. Maybe by the end of this year, I can have an explanation for it when we get done with this second channel. Bigfoot definitely does travel underground. I know that for a fact. They live under there. I think in their cycle they have different like dwell in at the different times the foods and like what is it when the strawberries come in they'll be in that area and then the blackberries come in they'll be over in that area and then the mulberries it's like they got that cycle and they stick with that cycle of what foods in that area. Think about it. They can pick boulders and cover up. Yeah, yeah. That cave door. I'm glad you said that. Smile. That cave door on the inside. When they first main entrance up, that whole thing up. It, like the when we went in there, there was no rocks in front of that metal. We got video to prove that from the first time we was in that cave when they first started sealing it up, and it was only halfway sealed up. There was no rocks in the bottom of that cave, and then like the maybe the third time we went back down in after the front was already sealed up completely, and I think we spent the night with my uncle the night down in there, and they had that whole front of that about 5 foot high, the whole way stacked up with boulders. I mean, like 2, 3,000 pound boulders that no man could ever budge, and they was all piled up in front of that steel door, the main entrance that they sealed up. And then we left. We came back like 2 or 3 weeks later, and every one of them boulders was moved out of front of that entrance that fast. Within 2 or 3 weeks, they moved them completely out of there and moved them back. Yeah, it was when we was with Joe, my uncle Joe, and Mike. It blew my mind that they could do that. It was tons and tons of big boulders, and they 1 week they was there, the next 2 weeks later they was all completely gone. And I got it documented on this channel here, actually, on all the cave videos. It's all on there. Island, that's all we could do is have fun, man. Tonight's the night for to have fun. And I just had to come on and have a drink with you guys for the New Year's. They say be on New Year's, be with the ones you want to be with. I, I couldn't leave you guys out. So we're gonna do this shit together this year. Everything I do, you guys back me up on pretty much and support me on pretty much everything I do. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah, I can definitely get into the cave. There's one other entrance. I'm going to do it by myself. I'm gonna pull this off by myself for just for the simple fact I don't want nobody else finding this spot. I don't want nobody else getting in there and getting hurt. It's it's on me. Everything be on me. I feel that it's safer if I just did that shit by myself. But there's another way in there, and I am going in there to find out, for one, if they're still in there. For two, why it went from 50, 55 degrees to 90, 95 degrees and within a couple of days. So, Pamela, yeah, thanks for bringing us up because, hey, Mary, I had to. Hey, you guys are part of this too. Happy New Year's, Wanda, Julie, Pamela. Happy New Year's to everybody, man. Let's have a good year this year. I'm definitely going to hit the woods running. Most of the time, I'm gonna have the team, but some of the time it's going to be there. Uncle Joe be there on the missions that like life threatening, sort of speak. The chances that we can get messed up, he'll be there on them occasions when we need a little bit extra firepower. I bring him for the occasion. But other than that, we
fractured dirt.
just for fun. Good to see you, man.
What is a clavicle?
Damn, just for fun. Whole year with a bang. Finish it off with a broken bone. That sucks. That gotta be painful. I hope they give you something for man. Someone pushed you.
That sucks. Karma on them.
Damn, just for fun. Man, Pamela, you don't know half of it. This wine's kicking my ass. I'm half attempting to just stop this live feed, just to stop embarrassing myself. But at the same time, hey, we're here to have fun.
I can't go in the cave, or else I would. My breathing.
Nah,
I'm not going.
I'm good on that. On that cave, that's just gonna be. I'm just gonna get it in, get it out the way. Curiosity, you know how they say curiosity killed the cat, and I want to cure my curiosity and not get everybody else hurt in the process. So that's going to be an event that I'm going to do by myself. Other than that one, all the team will be present. They'll be there with me at. But this cave, it has too many powers. Fred was gone for months. I mean, Fred's still trying to get right from that cave, and it makes me even wonder that much more what the hell's going on with that cave. What's in it? What's it about? And why is it going on like that? Shit. This past week I just got shocked or zapped for the first time. I completely lost up on that mountain. I didn't know where I was for like a good 10 seconds.
Buffering again.
All right, guys. I set my plans. The wine's kicking in. And I said Happy New Year's to each and every one. So the season, try to put in it.
Salt block. Bad.
That's a good idea, Wanda.
Yes,
And that's that. I'm waiting until after hunting season's over to put that game cam out there too, because I don't want it coming up missing either.
Salt block, but maybe
so I got a few ideas, and that could fit right into one of my ideas. That salt block would bring everything in.
Yeah.
Good idea, Wanda. Them salt blocks are kind of pricey, but it'd be worth it for that. So it's happening, Jeff. What's happening? What's happening, Kim? Don't go yet. Wait till New Year's. All right, Pam. What time is it? Years ago, made me embarrass myself on live YouTube.
It's only 10:48.
It's man. It's only 10:50. By the time midnight comes,
you'll be asleep.
Somebody gonna be carrying me up out of here. See, soft blocks are heavy. Yeah, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one. I know where I can get one at already. Now, I already got somebody that got a couple on standby, so that's a good idea. I'm glad you said that. Soft blocks are heavy. Well, I already started the gifting area. I'm just gonna keep. I ain't really been putting much out lately. I ain't really been going to the Bigfoot land like I wanted to the last couple of weeks. I've been pretty much spread out, going here and there. Yeah, it's the wild. I try to tell you guys. They probably already demonetized it, so you can see what it is.
It's the best we've had so far. I'll promote it.
What you mean it's the best we had so far?
Stella Rosa.
Stella Rosa, that's better than Stella Rosa. Well, Stella Rosa, guys, is a cheap ass wine.
But it's good.
Lori, man. I did too. I was by myself when I first seen one. When I first seen, well, I was coming back down across the field. I was coming downhill, and there was like over in the corner of the field, from wood line to wood line, there was maybe 30 feet, and and two jumps, or at least it seemed like steps. Two steps. He stepped out in the middle, and then the next step was in the wood line. It blew my mind. It blew my freaking mind to see something like that on 2 feet. Step out of the wood line, step in the middle of the field, and the next step over into the wood line at like 30, 40 foot. Nothing could do that. Nothing I could ever imagine could do something like that. And it blew my mind. And that was like my first Bigfoot sighting. And ever since I seen that, it's like, what the hell else can they do? Let's find out more. And I've been at it ever since. It was 2, 3 feet in front of you. Shit.
Like
I don't know what to do. I was never that close to one. Actually, I was, but I didn't know it. I always when I seen them like on, that was always at a distance or 20, 30 yards out. I ain't never been eye to eye contact up close and personal with one. I've always walked past them within inches and feet and noticed it on camera that they let me walk past, but I never actually walked up around the corner and one sitting right there.
We find that pamphlet from the first channel.
Actually, yeah, I did one time.
And they gave us that feather, and then it was going off through the woods.
One time, I forgot about that. We're on camping. One time, it gifted us. Me and her was walking out a trail through the forest, and as we're walking out,
it changed.
Yeah, the whole atmosphere changed. It seemed like it changed from woods to forest.
Yeah.
It went changed to like another realm.
Like a mist, almost like
a fog set in as we walked out.
It got cooler.
And then all of a sudden, we heard this sound behind us. And when we turned around, there's a long feather in the middle of the trail and a big, gigantic hand plate, like the size of a dinner plate.
All fingers.
In the bank.
Like this.
Where it climbed up the bank to get away from
gigantic.
us. It was huge.
And we had pictures of that.
It passed right behind us, like feet right behind us. And it dropped the feather. It left the feather on. I still got the feather right there. Yeah, it was this feather right here. It left in the middle of the trail, and then it climbed up the bank on the other side. It left us this feather, and I kept it all this time. This was like 6 years ago.
It's been up there a
long time. It was like 6 years ago that it left me that feather, and I kept it ever since. But his handprints was.
You could see it.
Every bit of his handprints. You could see the creases of his hand in the dirt. It was crazy. So we did have one up close encounter. It was almost like a bluff charge, but it wasn't. It bluffed behind. It passed behind us real quick, crossed the trail behind us, and dropped that feather as it was running past us.
Then that deer screamed real loud.
Yeah.
Up in the distance, like something was attacking it.
You want to talk about it?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Her wine's kicking in now. She wants to start telling stories and shit. She's taking over my channel, guys.
Go ahead.
But we did have a couple of good experiences when it comes to Bigfoot. And it just makes you want to be around them even more. The little things they do, they're tricksters. They like playing tricks with you. If you come into the woods with a different thought of hurting one of them, even cross your mind, they're going to know it. And they're going to treat you like you should be treated. Like hunters. That's another thing. BB hunter, I'm gonna put you out there, and any hunter that says this, my pap even says this. I've been in the woods 30 years hunting all my life. I ain't never seen a Bigfoot. They're up there and setting up in a treehouse, dressed in orange. Don't you think anybody can see for miles some fat dude up in a tree sitting in orange? Bigfoot's not going to just walk underneath of him, standing right there in orange. Anybody can. I mean, I ride down the road and just count all the hunters because of the orange. It blows my mind that it's people's like that, man. See, where's Woodburger Farm? And never. Okay, okay, Rick. I knew you gonna say something. I was the same way too at the same time, but now that it's like once you start seeing the signs and the leans and the structures, you can't unsee it. You can't unsee this shit. Once they start picking on you, it's like once they find a liking to you, like they with Rick. Hey, they like Rick. They come down to his property a lot. I have to hunt him down. He all he gotta do is sit on his back porch and just wait for him. Been in the woods since I could walk. Me too. Never seen nothing. Never even heard anything. And then all of a sudden, I think I turned 33, and then I had my first sighting out there. I went on vacation deep into the forest with Fred, his girlfriend Carrie, and my kids, and had my first sighting. And I've been changed ever since.
That was my first trip.
That was our first trip, first actual vacation. My first vacation, I had a Bigfoot sighting.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Now that I know, explains a lot, right? Right.
Odd noises, yeah. Once you unsee, you can't.
You can't see. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Yeah, Pamela, I seen your pictures, and you got your hands full. Best thing for you to do to keep them off your house, because it seemed like you don't want them around doing what they're doing to your house. I wouldn't either. To keep them at bay, I would post post some deer cams around on each side of your house, and that will keep them at bay from messing around on your window and shit. Because if you're going to feed them, don't feed them next to your house. Don't. That's like the worst thing to do. Because that one, you stop feeding them, they're going to come knocking on your door looking for that. Yep, Lori's right. Put some deer cams on all four sides of your house, and have them running. Put batteries in them. You'll keep them at bay. You'll keep them back. They'll leave the house alone. You might piss them off a little bit, but you'll keep them at bay. I wouldn't mind coming out there and filming some of that shit. That gotta be terrifying. They're coming into her house stealing her dog food. Right, right, Smiley. They are. Once you start feeding them, they keep coming back. You pretty much got to keep feeding them, or don't feed them around your house. That's like almost the worst thing you can do. Go deep out into a forest and leave them some food or something if you're going to do it. Don't do it to where they know where you're at and they come knocking on your door. Hey, you done with that pork chop over there on the counter? Bring it over here. I mean, you don't want that. You gotta. They can be animals too. You gotta keep that in mind. I mean, they're docile and they keep their distance. They hide from humans, but the tables can turn on you at the same time. They can rip 10 men. One of them can rip 10 men apart and not even think about it. So it can change. It can change. Tracy, she got some crazy pictures of them. I mean, I seen them. I was looking at them day before yesterday, and they're really terrorizing her house. I mean, they're coming in her house. They're coming into her. I think what she said, her pool room. I want to say, stealing her cat food. Not a lot, no, not all of them. She got a couple of them. One of them looked like it had a hood over it, like the way the fur was coming down and no hair on the face. It looked like it had like this witch's cloak thing over top of it, but it was all hair. And man, Pamela, I'm kind of scared for you. You might want to for high-powered shotguns as well as some deer cams. Um, I think she posted them up on Into the Woods with on the Facebook page Into the Woods with Jeff. I'm not sure if Pamela got a Facebook page or not, or even if she posted them, but she posted some of them on my Facebook page. Pamela, if you got a place where you got them and they can see them, you might want to let them know because them are some pretty good pictures. Some definitely some clear ones, especially the one setting out by itself, out just looking back at you. You can see his eyes, teeth, everything. That's I wouldn't mind coming out, checking out the area, checking out them woods. That'd be interesting. That'd be definitely worth getting on film. So we gotta set something up on that one. Dogman. I think there's dogman in every part of the United States. Tracy, there's been reports going on everywhere. Bring dog food. I got some dog food. Cookie might get mad, but I got some dog food I can take out too. Cause yeah, they're still in Pamela's dog food, coming in and stealing her dog's food and rolling out with it. She said that she'd be there watching TV and she'll hear something hit the dog bag and she look over and it'll be a Sasquatch in there tearing out her dog's food. So hey, we gotta get that on film. Yeah, I don't think they was out to hurt you, or they would have probably already did it by now, Pamela. I think you're pretty safe on that part, but I wouldn't push it.
Spray that perfume like from cologne. Bigfoot hate that.
Perfume. Yeah, they say they hate
They won't look through windowsills if women's perfume sprayed on it.
Garlic and peanut butter. I still got the same jar of peanut butter in there. I've been trying to get up into them woods for like 2 months now. I'm definitely gonna get that peanut butter up there. For sure, Rick. Definitely. She definitely got some crazy pictures that actually Rick talk to her and listen to some of her stories because they got her terrified. They're doing some crazy shit to her house. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, don't spray with coconut.
An older Indian lady told me that they hate the smell of perfume.
You get something strong. Like
so that keeps them away too. Pamela, check out Rick because he might be able to help you out. Because he has the same problem with them jacking up his house and his boring and shit. Just watch out for Deb, Rick. She might pop out on you. I tried to find you out too, Bigfoot. Yeah. All right, Pamela. He did post his link up. You guys scroll up. You guys scroll up a little bit, and you'll see Woodburger Farm, and then his link is in the comment. Just click on that, and then he'll take you over to his website. Conversate with him for a little bit. and explain to him what's going on because he got the same situation going on his property. Come to them things right there. He just posted his link up again for you. Yes, yeah. She told me she helped you get on the into the woods.
Yeah, I let people in all the time.
Right, Mary? That's what I said. When I heard about that, I don't think that she so much is in danger with them, uh, because they would already grabbed a hold of her by now. But they're terrifying. They're coming up, tapping on her window. They're stealing her dog food. They're being a menace to what they're doing to her, and she need to come up. Yeah, they kind of lost the fear. They like her, so she needs to kind of build a defense up around her house to keep them at bay, to where they ain't terrorizing her so much, and maybe she can feel more at home, more comfortable with life. But definitely, Pamela, check out Rick because he got the same problem going on his farm.
And that time we went out to that one camp place, and I left the chicken in the sink overnight, and that bear or something tried to get in that back window. You gotta watch sitting food out.
Right, right, Tracy. And did they come back after you yelled at them? All right, you guys have a good one. I'm gonna cut it short anyways. I'm feeling a little bit tipsy. Yeah, I don't want to say nothing I ain't supposed to on here, but definitely, Pamela, make sure you talk to Woodburger and everybody else, Mary, Lori, everybody. You guys have a wonderful year, New Year's. Spend the night safe in your comfort of your own home, drinking whatever this shit is.
Celebrate.
But everybody, you guys been great. It's been a long, hard year, and I'm glad it's over with. Happy New Year, Carrie. Happy New Year, Pamela. Woodburger Farm. The whole Bigfoot world. Happy New Year's. And stay tuned for our next one, guys. Until then, I'm going to go finish off this bottle and bring in the new year. With I got to turn the ball on before it drops. You know how that goes. Or she going to be mad at me. Kim, it definitely was fun. I'm glad I brought you guys into the. Hey, drink one from me, guys. Till then, stay tuned for the next one.